Welcome to Mindful Chatting, a podcast where therapy meets real life. I'm Kristen, a therapist, business owner, and a lifelong student of what it means to fully show up in our relationships, in our work, and in our healing. Here, we unpack mental health concepts, explore mindfulness tools, and talk through the messy, beautiful, in-between moments that shape us. Whether you're a fellow clinician, a curious listener, or someone navigating your own growth, this space is for you. Let's chat. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Mindful Chatting on our Thoughtful Thursday series. This is the space where we slow down, where I share the patterns that have been showing up in sessions, maybe in my own life and maybe in yours too. So let's take a moment to land. I want you to grab your comfort drink, your blanket, or just pause. This one's about staying, because today we're talking about something that sounds simple but changes everything: emotional presence with others and within yourself. Let's get into this. As we get into this, presence isn't about perfection. It's about staying. Instead of leaving yourself when things get hard, when emotions rise, many of us leave. We leave through distraction, through logic, through busyness, through caretaking others. And we think we're coping, but really we're abandoning ourselves. So let's talk about what emotional presence looks like. So being emotionally present means you notice what you feel. And the other caveat to that is without judgment. You're not saying you should or should not be feeling a certain way. You just notice that you do feel this way. You also allow emotions to exist, and that means we're not fixing them. We're not quick to try to make ourselves feel better. We're not quick to intellectualize, understand, analyze. We're only here to really understand that our emotions exist within this space. We are accepting them. You stay grounded enough to actually witness it. You're not collapsing or trying to control it. Presence says, I can hold space for this emotion without rejecting it. I don't have to solve this right now to stay with myself. It's really the opposite of self-abandonment. I think many of us grew up learning that emotions were dangerous. We were told, don't cry, or you're overreacting, or you just need to be grateful. So the idea of being present with your emotions actually feels really foreign and sometimes unsafe. Our nervous systems were trained to escape emotion, not sit in it. But every time you abandon yourself emotionally, a part of you learns that your feelings can't be trusted. And healing is about unlearning this, and that this is actually a lie. So I want you to think about this. I want you to think about how we can practice being emotionally present in our daily life. And this can look like being emotionally present with yourself or with other people around you, because let me tell you, it's hard not only to do it with us, but it's even harder to do it in that space with somebody else. So let's break it down. Step one is let's just name it, and let's name it out loud. So if you are feeling something and it kind of reminds you of anxiety, I want you to say in an I feel statement, I feel anxious. I feel hurt. I feel unseen. Or if someone's giving you an emotion, you can say it looks like or it feels like you're anxious, or I see that you're anxious, or this must be really hard for you right now. What are you feeling? If we name the emotion out loud, it breaks the avoidance cycle that we've created. It also allows us to exist and to name it in that moment, to accept that we are feeling something and we're not trying to push it away. The second step is we just need to pause, because if we name it out loud, sometimes our next step after that is to go, how do I make myself feel better? How do I fix this? What's the solution? And I don't want you to do that yet. There's a time and a space for that. But for right now, we're just pausing. I just want you to take a deep breath. So you go, I feel anxious. And then I take a deep breath I just want you to let that emotion sit and breathe with you. You don't need to justify it, because sometimes we'll follow up with, well, I feel anxious because, or this person's doing this particular thing and I feel uncomfortable. Yeah, all of that is valid. But right now, I just want you to sit with the fact that you feel something without trying to justify it, defend it, explain it. All of those techniques are nice, but they really just avoid you actually sitting with whatever it is that you're feeling and just allowing it to happen within you. The third thing I want you to do is I want you to ground yourself. Now, grounding has also been applied with coping in that we're just fixing it. No, grounding is allowing yourself to get into your body so that you can actually feel the emotion with less intensity. Because when we're feeling an emotion and we let it spiral out of our control, which is usually our anxious and thoughts, and like it's causing us to feel like we're in chaos, grounding our body allows us to sit with the emotion without trying to fix it and decreases the intensity of that emotion so that we can learn how to manage it. So grounding your body could look like focusing on where your feet are, your breath, your surrounding. Presence really actually begins in your body. So if I'm feeling anxious right now, where do I feel that in my body? I don't know about you, but when I feel anxious, I feel it in my chest. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll take those big, deep breaths where I'm opening my chest and my stomach, and I'm stretching my arms out so that I open up in my chest. I'm trying to stretch my chest out because I know when I feel anxious, I go inward. I'm going inward in my core and my body because I feel it in my chest. I'm protecting it. No, I want to expand it. I want to open it up. I want to be able to take that big, deep breath that I probably need if I'm anxious. And that's how I ground within myself. And when I start to notice that my chest is feeling a little bit better, well, now I feel a little bit more in control. And now I can actually work with the emotion of anxiety. The fourth step is validation. It makes sense why I feel this way. Of course, everything that I'm going through, I would feel anxious. It's normal for me to feel anxious in this particular situation. I am self-validating because what that does is it gives me confidence that what I'm feeling is true and that I can manage it myself. It's not a bad thing to lean on other people around us, but what it tells our body and our nervous system is that I can't do this. I need help. Again, that's not always a bad thing, but what we're trying to do is build this intuitive space with us that no matter what we're feeling, we can handle it, we can get through it, and we can do it on our own. It's great to have other people come in and help, but ultimately I feel confident that this emotion is something that I need to work through and process with, and I know I can do that. Presence doesn't demand resolution. It asks for permission. I am giving myself permission to feel whatever it is that I'm feeling because that's how I feel, and that is completely okay. One more thing before you go, and this helps me personally staying present and grounded, which we all need, especially when your brain wants to spiral into disconnection. Me too. It's Brain FM. It's musically designed to help ADHD brains, well, really anyone's brain, focus, relax, or sleep, and I use it almost daily. If you want to try it, I've dropped my link in the show notes. And if you're looking for planning tools or ADHD-friendly resources, I'll keep a list of my favorite links in every episode. So here's my reminder for you this week. Presence isn't about perfection. It's about staying with you or whoever it is with you that's sharing the emotion. When you feel something or someone is bringing an emotion to you, I know the urge is to escape, but this time I want you to pause and whisper either to that person or to yourself that I'm here. And I know that sounds weird to do that with you, but you need to tell yourself that I'm here. I can do this. I'm with myself in this emotion. And that's the moment your nervous system learns how to feel safe again. You are giving it a platform to build safety that was never given to you in the first place. I want to thank you for joining me today. And if this episode resonated with you, maybe take one small moment this week to practice emotional presence, whether it be with yourself or somebody else. And even if it's just noticing when you want to leave, because awareness is the first step for creating change. And as always, please be gentle with your mind.